G'day guys, my name is Bruce Garrett, and on Westfit today we're talking to two of the members of the Injustice Crew team. Moving into the games itself, can you talk me through, I guess for those athletes that travel further, like you guys went out there 2 weeks before, I think there's that kind of, you finish regionals, you've podiumed, you're in this kind of mixed emotion of like hurrah, and then it settles in that you've actually got more work to do, you're going to the games, and then you've got a flight, you've got more training, and then you head into the room like for announcements and things like that. How do you feel? How do you prepare for that sort of stuff?
It was hard to prepare for. Like the excitement of making to the games was there, but like the lead up to it, the training, getting there early, like running around the fundraising, that was probably a massive. That took a lot of efforts. We had some massive support there. Thanks, WA. But not really knowing what we were to expect when we got there. It was hard, but then like all of a sudden you get shown the athlete area, and then like Matt Fraser or someone walks through and you're like, all right, shit, this is real. Yeah.
I think that just comes down to experience. I mean, the veterans are obviously pretty relaxed and pretty chill. They've ridden those highs and lows before, and they know what to expect, so they can, they've got strategies in place to deal with that. But for us newbies, it's something that you might think about, but you can't really plan for how it's going to feel. So you just try and soak it all in and enjoy it and do the best you can.
Yeah, it was just like a massive shock. Like these people that everyone follows on Instagram, like day in, day out, they've got their posts up, whether it's like Catherine David's daughter, Tia Toomey, any of those, and then all of a sudden you're in the same warm-up area with them and you're like trying to warm up and you're like, holy shit.
Trying to stay cool. Be cool.
Yeah. Did you get fan-struck by anyone? Was there any kind of surprise, like suddenly, Rich Froning really is like 3 foot tall, or
so like
that you just like, what?
I had photos with Froning, Matt Fraser, a few of the guys like that, Sarah Sigmund's daughter. You just see them and you're like, But so, I think it was more the first day where we were warming up and I'm like, all right, we're going to be serious, guys, we're warming up. And then Matt Fraser walked in and I was like, fuck it, I've got to go. Hey Matt, how you going? I just seen you, I wanted to say hi. Hi. Shook his hand, he was like, hi. Okay, I've got to go warm
Tells us to be cool and then he acts like the biggest fanboy out.
And then,
so funny.
But then like when you're lining up with some of the other teams and they're guys that you've been watching and following forever, like Froning, and they're just everyday people. They're just there to have fun and enjoy it as well. So
it's weird though, like because you follow them on Instagram, you feel like you know them a little bit. You feel like you could go up to them almost and have a conversation with them, but they would have no idea who you are. Who is this strange person talking to me? Why do they know so much about my life? This is weird.
Because you put it on social media.
Exactly.
What's I think we've seen a lot of stuff around like the old venues. What's the new venue like? What do you kind of get? Unfortunately, we can't do a compare and contrast. We don't have the before and after. But what's it like to kind of walk through? I guess we've got nothing in certainly WA that is of that scale, size, and that sort of thing. You've got massive areas of like vendors, and the stadium's a bit like. What's that like?
Yeah, it was crazy. Madison in a whole was just an amazing town to be in. It was actually like a bit of a country town feel. Everyone was just so friendly to help out. They'd do whatever they could to make sure that you were comfortable. If you were lost, we had people stop on push bikes and actually spend an hour riding with us to take us somewhere. Or it was amazing. Like they were just so friendly. But then actually Madison for that venue as well was just surreal. Like going into the Coliseum for the first time, walking into there, and you just see the crowds. Yeah.
When you're out there, do you actually feel the crowd? Because, take it back to something, like a local competition that we would all be used to, where there's a big workout floor, the crowd's around you. Let's pick on that 130 clean and jerk that I filmed a long time ago now. 140, sorry, 140. But everyone's there, like with those local comps to cheer you on, especially when we're talking about finals and things like that. Do you still feel that when they're further away, or you know, are you kind of out there? Do you not even think about it?
I don't really think about it that much. There was a couple of stages there where like you're either sitting on the roller or doing something that you're just trying to take your mind off it, and you actually look up and you can see everyone like cheering and carrying on, which is it's pretty cool. But like there's not that close intensity where like CrossFit in WA, everyone knows who we are. So it's good, and everyone. No, I'm sorry. No, I don't want to say it like a dick, but. We're well known around the CrossFit community in WA, and when you rock up to those places, we're just another fish in the ocean, really. Yeah,
the intensity just goes through the roof. I mean, it's not intense in that sense of closeness that you're talking about, like we get at a local comp, but just the magnitude of everything. You know, the lights, the fact that there's these massive screens up there with our scores on them. There's people commentating, saying our team name, and you know, people in the crowd cheering. It's
like walking through the beer tent to go to the Coliseum.
Mate, you're not supposed to go near the beer tent.
I know. So we actually had to walk through the beer tent to get there. So everyone's cheering the beer tent, they're drinking, carrying on, and
it's just sensory overload.
That's like having Maccas and standing outside the people with the window and the treadmills. Like, that's just me. Parade you through there.
It was kind of like when you watch like the fights and that, when they're actually coming through the crowd to go out to compete or to fight. Yeah, we've got people yelling and cheering. And
do you think sometimes that it's self-imposed pressure though, because perhaps you know you are seeing the guys who are further up the table, there's more pressure on them to perform, or is it a case of, you know, there's still pressure because, you know, you are still there, you're in it, like you're pushing to try and win as much as you can, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you're performing on the biggest stage that we've got in our sport, so you want your performance to rise to the occasion. So there's a certain amount of pressure, but very much self-imposed.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we weren't going there just to go, oh yeah, we've made it to the games. Like, we still wanted to go there to do our best. And just the amount that we learned just from this first time being there is like how much the other teams pushed the boundaries, and it was crazy, like just about all the transitions and everything. So we walked away with so much.
Yeah, it's definitely next level. Everything is next level. The competition, the venue, it's pretty eye-opening.
Best workout that you, like, as in from an enjoyment perspective, maybe not result?
Shit.
Probably I reckon the team row.
No, I hated that.
Really?
Did you see me like getting off the rower and walking sideways? Yeah, you might have enjoyed it. I reckon probably nearly all six of us would have a different opinion on that.
So individually, best?
I like the muscle up and snatch workout, the first one. Like we hated that one. Yeah.
Is that your worst one?
Yeah. So I enjoyed the row that Ryan was staggering away from.
It was more because that was our first event, and we're like, muscle ups, snatch, sweet. This is our workout. We've got this all day long, and we're doing our muscle ups. Then all of a sudden, it was only our transitions that slowed us down, and you're watching the teams beside you just go and just keep pushing, and we're like, what the hell is going on? We cannot move any faster, and they just kept moving. But it was a good workout. So like I walked off of that at the end of the day thinking that we gave it our all, and it was good enough for we were happy with it, but it was like just that shock. Holy shit! That's it. Shit just got real.
If there's one you could repeat,
the heavy worm, I reckon.
Because of a result, or you just think you could do better, or?
Yeah, well, it just got the better of us, I think, and we just lost a bit of composure, and we were failing a couple of lifts. So I think if we could redo that one again, that'd be a good one to redo.
I'd like to repeat the litter carry and hay bale burpees.
Because?
I was a bit sick on that last day, so it was a workout that I was really, really looking forward to, and unfortunately I couldn't do what I wanted to do. So I'd like to have another crack at that one.
Yeah.
If
you had watched it, you would have seen it. Sorry, Bruce. Cut that bit out. Cut that bit out.
From lost my train of thought. From a results perspective, the Aussies, obviously, in the individuals did pretty well.
Yep.
And then from a team's perspective, we had one team who sat, like, I think they were 17th overall, and then you guys kind of led the bunch lower down the table.
Yep.
Where, like, how do you feel about Australia as or Australia and New Zealand, the Pacific region, as a kind of component of the games? How do you feel that we're performing?
Yeah, like on the individual side of it, we're killing it, especially like with Ricky, like coming out like that as a rookie and taking out third, and then obviously you know that Cara is always going to do well, and Tia's just an absolute animal. I think we've got a good place in the regions, definitely, or in the whole scheme of things. Yeah.
I think I think we're obviously very competitive. Our individuals have shown that. I think it's just hard a little bit being in the region that we are. We're so far separated from, I guess, the hub of CrossFit competition in the States. So maybe we don't get the same, exposure to things and experience the same progression in the sport as some of the Americans do, for example. But I don't think we're that far behind at all. I think we've got some incredible athletes, and we're only going to get better.
As ever, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have enjoyed today's content, please do give it a like, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. I want to thank the guys from Injustice for their time and answering the questions. And as ever, I'll see you in the next video.